Hi everyone, welcome to Sending Spiritually. So this is going to be a collective reading for all signs. You may have to flip the roles because it is a general reading. That means not all the messages are going to resonate. If you'd like information on personals, that info will be in the description box. I also did restock my manifestation oils. These are made with crystals, herbs, essential oils, and I have charged them with the moon. I also have a giveaway for the manifestation oils below. I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 in November. So if you'd like information on that, that's in the description box as well. You may have to flip the rows. The gender of the cards don't matter. I also have a Limitless Libra channel for all Libra placements. The link for that below as well. Let's see what you guys need to know. 4 of Cups. The Chariot. Ace of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. 2 of Cups. 9 of Swords. 6 of Cups in reverse, and the 5 of Wands. Okay, so as the Divine Feminine or the Divine Masculine, depending on whether you're male or female, you've mastered the elements, whether it's water, earth, fire, and air. You've also mastered your emotions and your ability to wait things out and strike when it counts. As the 3 of Wands is here, you're looking towards the future, or this is what's coming in for you. There's some sort of manifestation that you've been wanting, and it's coming in within the next 3 weeks. So your intuition has been going off to tell you, oh, something's up, or things are different, or you guys just may be feeling different within yourself. The energy, the frequency just feels a lot lighter than it was within the last 3 months. So as the Empress energy is here, this is letting me know that there's a new beginning forming. It is about to come into fruition. This is something that you've wished for. The divine is handing you this cup. And because of what you've been through, because of all the heartbreak, pain, sorrow, misery, disappointment, betrayal, all those transgressions that you had to be put under, it may cause you to be reluctant to get this last cup. So this could be the example of you dealing with a lot of players, a lot of people that were inconsistent. And when that person finally comes in, you're like, I don't know if I want this. I don't know if this person is playing mind games with me. I don't want to accept anything due to, the things that I've been through in the past. However, I feel like this new partnership coming in is not going to be like the others. This is going to be true, equal give and take. This is someone who you're going to establish a firm foundation with. This romantic relationship, if this is what it becomes, will have a foundation built on friendship, on trust, on integrity, on morals, on doing right by each other, being there for each other. So some of you may gain friends after a period of like loneliness and not really having much to, or people to count on in general. And others of you, this is a lover who's going to be that knight in shining armor. They're actually coming in fast and furiously. You may not see this invitation. You may not see this person as the one as of yet, especially if you're dealing with multiple people and you kind of just wrote someone off immediately, like, you're not my type. You're not the one. I'm not really going to be into you like that. I feel like due to circumstances and how things are going to play out, you will be forced to see this Knight of Swords for their true identity. This is someone who is honest, truthful. They may be between the ages of 25 and 50, depending on, your age range. And this is someone who's ready to come in and give you the partnership that you deserve, because this Knight of Swords has been through something similar to yours where they've been very open, honest, truthful with other people, and all they've gotten is just stabbed in the back, in the front as well. But you're moving fast and furiously and bulldozing through any obstacles. So anyone that's in your path or in your way, or anyone that tries to cause you anxiety, pain, sadness, I see you cutting them out without even thinking it through. Some people may think that you're ice cold, but it's just, you've had to use your sword so much that now it's almost become second nature to just cut anything out that's going to cause you any more burdens than you have to deal with right now. Because the Ace of Cups is all about you loving yourself. The more that you love yourself, the more you take care of yourself, the more love you receive through the universe. And also people, they'll have a certain respect for you because you're treating yourself in a certain manner. And you were having a hard time moving from the past. So let's say you were stuck on someone that you knew did you wrong. No matter what you did, you just couldn't stop thinking about this individual. You couldn't really truly move on from them. Well, now you're going to have someone who is going to basically push the past out so hard. You're going to really rethink the whole connection. So let's say in the past you had someone you thought was the one, or the twin, or the one that got away. Well, this new connection coming in will be so intensified that you're going to realize whatever it was that you were connected to in the past, it was false, or it wasn't what you truly thought it was. There was a lot of conflicts being brought into your life from multiple aspects. So this could be career, family, friends, romantic interests, or just outsiders in general, people trying to gang stalk you. And it took you some time to be able to even clear this energy out. So after you broke up or split up with this person who did not do you right, it took you about 6+ months just to be able to drain or call your energy back from whoever you were connected to, because they were siphoning you and your life force in some way. They would come to you, lollygag and trip you up, and then they take your energy and go and manifest with it somewhere else. Especially if this was someone that you were having sex or intimate relations with, they would drain you physically and then charge themselves up like a battery, go off, play around, and then whenever they felt depleted, they'd come back to you and do the same thing over and over and over again. And that may have been a cycle that you were in the past, even with friends that come around when they need something, when they need to be emotionally charged, when they want to emotionally dump on you. But when you truly need support, it's like there was no one else around, and you got to the point of where you became sick and tired. Like, you saw things for what they were. Yes, maybe in the past you were wearing these rose-colored glasses where you did not want to see things for what they were, but you were forced. Some of you may even be dealing with unexpected pregnancies, or once you get into a relationship or a commitment, this will be a connection that will grow quickly, and not in a toxic way where someone's like love bombing you and trying to tell you that they want to marry you within the first hour and that they love you within the first couple days. It's not going to be that way. It's going to be natural. So let's see, what else does the collective need to know? What do you guys have coming up? Who's in your energy? 6 of Cups. Yeah, someone from the past is unable to let you go. They thought that by leaving you behind, it would make things easier. Life without you is actually mundane, boring. Someone had a decision to make, and they thought that by leaving you behind, it was actually going to work out not just better for them, but for their family as well. So this may have been someone who left you behind for someone who they felt like was financially sound, or they had more to offer, or they could mooch or milk this person for more than they can get from you. It was definitely a superficial reason why you were let go of. But because now you're in the King of Pentacles energy, all of that worked in your favor, because you're now mature. You're now grounded. You're now stable. You have firm boundaries. You don't have the same people pleaser habits that you used to in the past. You were connected to someone who may have had an avoidance attachment style in relationships. So that kind of forced you to not only look for other hobbies and things to do outside of the relationship, but they also forced you to go within, because it was hard to rely on this person for like an emotional backing, especially if they were constantly fleeting. So that in its own worked out in your favor. So things that may be difficult to handle in the moment, you don't see it, but in the long run, it actually helps you gain more wisdom and knowledge and even grit. So the 6 of Cups is all about new opportunities coming in after you close out things from the past. So if someone ghosted you or you ghosted someone else, that cycle is still open. There needs to be some unfinished business, or a cycle that's permanently closed out. So when you do have people return to you, especially during retrograde time, it's because you still have a lesson to learn with that individual, and it's about time either for you to close it out or to go through that cycle once again. But right now you're happy, you're content. This is you putting your own needs first and foremost, being selfish with yourself and your own energy, letting go of any toxicity, toxic situations, toxic people, toxically giving to others with the expense of yourself, over giving as well. So you have to kind of ask yourself, like, if you do give to others and you get mad because you didn't get something in return, then there must have been a manipulative way of the reasoning why you were even giving in the first place. You may not even look at it like that, but that in a way can be toxicity. So codependency is something that you did have to work through. You did have to work through attaching yourself in an anxious manner in relationships, especially. Okay, so in the past you were gaslit, so that doesn't really count. Someone that you were connected to knew that you were psychic. They knew that you were very keen to body cues and changes and shifts. So they used that as a way to make you feel crazy or insane. And whenever you were correct, they would just try to turn it on you. But now you're learning that everything that you felt, whatever you feel in your gut, it's true, it's correct. You can only trust your own intuition as far as gauging whether someone can be trustworthy, or whether an environment is conducive to your growth, or even whether you should invest in a specific pathway, because right now what you need and what you're supposed to be receiving is recognition. People seeing you for the healer and the true person that you are, you getting props from other people that may have even doubted you. And this is the karma that comes in. It's like you're going to get somewhere, or you're going to get far in life to the point where other people will have no choice but to see your success, especially when it's broadcasted, or if you have some sort of platform where you will be seen with the Six of Wands, because you went through a lot. You went through a lot of defeat. You went through a lot of mind games. You went through a lot of being forced to walk away from situations, even after investing everything that you had. This is like you investing a ton into a specific job or career setting and it not working out in your favor. But the reason why it didn't work out in your favor is because you have a certain detour that's actually going to put you in a position where you work for yourself, where you're an entrepreneur. Like me. One time I got this job and it was the highest paying job I had ever had, and I lost it within 2 days. So I was completely devastated. I didn't understand why. But then 3 or 4 days later, I started my YouTube channel, and now you're watching me off of this. So everything worked out in my favor, even despite the fact that in the moment it may have been distressing or I didn't understand why certain things were happening. This is all for you. You basically, rejection is protection. And whoever it was that was trying to use you and misuse you, and they just kind of threw you out, they did you a favor, because now that you're getting to the point of you're about to reach real success in your life, they'll be forced but to watch you and have no parts in it. And, you know, they'll feel just as pushed out as they made you feel initially. So everything comes full circle. That's why you should be careful about how you treat others, because you never know. You may need them in the future. Or you may be put in a position where they're the only ones that can help you. I've seen that time and time and again. So let's see. What else do you need to know for the collective? Knight of Cups, Seven of Cups, Judgment, High Priestess, the Tower, Knight of Wands, King of Swords, and the Star card. Yeah, there's a charming, loving, caring, nurturing, compassionate person that's making their way onto you if they're not here already. If you haven't completely friend zoned this person or just refused to see their worth in your life, this is someone that's on their way. This Knight of Cups will be someone that takes their time with you. They're not going to make you feel used. This is somebody that will value you and your time. They're going to listen to you, what you like, what you don't like. They're going to want to learn you. This is someone that's going to restore your belief in love, or at least genuine, true love. You may be confused about this person initially due to your own reasons, whether you're just still healing. Some of you are just going to have other options, and it's going to make this person's energy be overshadowed initially. But once you deal with these players and inconsistent people, you're going to see right away who's for you and who is not. But there's someone coming in to bring some sort of tower moment in your life, and this will be someone that's worth your time. They're going to love you, and they're going to take care of you, and they will cherish the relationship. This is someone that's not going to be easily swayed. They will have a hand on temptation and lust, so you're not going to have to worry about this person pursuing every attractive person that they see. This is going to be a very controlled masculine or feminine energy, depending on what you're into. This person's already in my life now, and I still have these toxic energies. So, and it's very clear and apparent. I don't know why in the past, maybe because I was just not as awakened and I didn't go through those ascension sessions. But now it is very clear who is for me and who is not. It's very clear who just wants to have a good time, who's just here for, lust or surface level relationships, and versus who is here to stay. So as a King of Swords, the King of Swords is someone who's very truthful or honest. People may feel like you're very blunt, or they may feel like you have a very harsh way of speaking, but that's not actually the case. It's just because in the past, like, you tiptoed around people so much, or you almost like dumbed yourself down or stifled your energy in some way. And now that you're in your full power, it kind of intimidates people. It scares people. People from the past that want to return to you, they can clearly see that your energy signature is not the same. You don't play games the way that you used to. With the King of Swords here as well, this is someone who has a lot of authority, a power. This is someone that could be, like, you would benefit from positions that are of, like, a police officer or a judge or a counselor or someone who's like in a committee or a board of some sort, because your opinion matters. And I also feel like you have a very keen way of seeing through illusions now. You have a very keen sense of discernment as well. And with the Knight of Wands, you see how you have the sword in your hand? You're very reluctant to invest into anything that feels wishy-washy, inconsistent, people that just want to have a good time, not a long time. I mean, others of you, that's fine. If that's what you're into, that's completely fine. But you will have to make a choice, because one of these people seated down, they have flowers, a picnic, horse in the background, and then this other person's coming in with just temptation, lust, passion, and possibly an STD. So be careful, because you may have past people that want to come back to you. Yeah, just be careful. With Judgment, you've already made a decision to move forward. Your intuition's telling you people from the past are either thinking about you, talking about you, or making their way back to you. And everything that you've wished for, you've been patient, so it's coming in. But just don't get confused when you receive your blessings as well as other options. And it may be maybe just the devil trying to confuse you. So let's see. What else do you guys need to know? The imaginary. So this is the time for you to be able to visualize the things that you want to bring. I haven't actually used this deck. It's brand new. Let's see what else. Expand. Yeah, it's a time for expansion. So the things that you've been wanting in your life, I feel like you can actually think bigger. You can manifest bigger. You may be even limiting yourself for some reason, limiting your worth. Just know that you're capable of much more. And we also have boundaries. And this person has a sword in their mouth as well. So yeah, boundaries is going to be very important around this time, because it will prevent you from making any mistakes and dealing with or connecting yourself to people that are just going to drain you, as well as dream. Continue to dream, because with your willpower and moving forward, you're going to make your dreams come true. Despite however chaotic or grand it may seem, you're capable of doing what you deserve. And with will, this is good karma coming your way. Others of you, this karma may not be as positive, because you're going to attract someone who's going to literally shake your world up, and not in a positive way. So those of you that have not learned your lessons, and there's going to be a percentage of you who haven't, it's happened to me all the time, you're basically going to be put through a cycle all over again with someone who has the same energy signature as your ex or the past people that you were connected to. So it's going to be a completely new person, new body, same entity, same energy signature. And you're going to be like, wow, it's like deja vu. So just be careful. Don't fall for any traps that may be connected to wishy-washy people, because I do feel like that is a way of just bringing you down in a sense. And self-indulgence. Look, focus on self. This is a time to do shadow work, self-appreciation. And we have a sword here at the bottom of the deck as well. So there's been a lot of swords in your spread, which is all about clarity, truth, and revelation. See things for what they are. If you meet someone and intuitively you pick up the idea like, oh, I can't trust this person, or this person is wishy-washy, that's not intrusive thoughts. That is your gut trying to tell you what the deal is, because we do have a lot of empath and narcissist paradigm. And that is the case. Like, when you have a tendency of attracting narcs, you can attract even more narcs after dealing with them, because for one, they can leave you damaged, so damaged to the point where, you feel like you have no choice but to deal with negative people. But in this sense, you have a tendency, or you had a tendency of being charmed and used. But the only way you can prevent that is for seeing people for who they are, using boundaries, enabling those boundaries here again, to prevent these wishy-washy people from truly bringing you down or your energy down in some way. So like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.